What's up guys, Harry here today with another career mode episode 2 of the Bournemouth career mode, and we've got our first Premier League game of the season at home against Aston Villa. Hopefully I can get some revenge for Bournemouth cross losing this game 1-0 in real life to a Rudy Gusted header. So I went into the game hoping I could get a good result out of it, maybe a win, maybe I would have taken a draw though, but this game So my lineup was Boric, Bellerin, Cook, Distan, Mings, Ritchie, Sermon, Arter, Gradel, Atsu and Wilson, which I think was probably one of my strongest teams. I had Pereira on the start on the bench. Hopefully I could get some goals even with Wilson. And then Villa's lineup was Guzan, Hutton, Lescott, Richards, Amavi, Sanchez, Gill, Gaige, Viratoot, never heard of him, Sinclair, and Ayew, of course the brother of the Swansea player Andre Ayew. So, I just want to say that this career mode is unprofessional. I will raise it up if I start to find it easy. But it was started off good for me. 4 minutes in, Wilson gets the ball, cuts back inside, and I scored. Put me 1-0 up. So that was a really good start. Of course, I scored with Callum Wilson, who I think will probably be my top goal scorer this season. As I said, I think he'd get a lot of goals for Bournemouth if he wasn't injured for them, obviously. I think he'd be in the England squad. Just look at the replay of that, cuts inside, runs past the defenders, smashes it on his right foot. Guzan was never getting that. So it was 1-0 after 5 minutes. Next highlight was Atsu was on the ball, got tackled, and then they cleared it. And then from the throw-in, I pass it to Ritchie, he passes it back to Berlin, first time cross, Wilson gets a touch on it, but it's not enough. And I get called for it luckily because Hutton couldn't control it enough. So Ritchie whips this corner in, hoping to get someone on the end of it. I don't in the end, they clear it. Ritchie picks the ball up on the left, crosses it in with his left foot, and it almost goes in. It hits the crosser actually. Ritchie was scored, probably would have been a really good goal for me. Probably one of my best goals on FIFA. And then after that, Villa's first chance really was this free kick from whipped in, and Jordan Ayew heads it just wide of the goal. Very close. I was struggling with headers the entire game, like my defence just wasn't able to win them really against, like, Jordan Ayew's not like the tallest of players, but my defenders just couldn't beat him to it. So straight after that free kick, we go there, Mings gets the ball, puts it down the left for Gradel, crosses it in, and we get a corner out of it, which was a good cross by Gradel, good defending by Richards. So Ritchie whips this one in yet again for Distan, and Distan just heads over. So close to a second though. Good header by Distan, it was a good cross as well by Ritchie. He has to put that one on target for me. Then another chance, Atsu gets the ball, passes it to Arter, get tackled, and then after that, they get the ball, they pass it forward, try to tackle them, I can't get the ball, and then I manage to. And then Arter's on the ball, looks for Wilson, good thread ball to Wilson, and he just couldn't have to find the power. Went for placement instead of power. It's wrong, obviously, and they saved it easily. And then this was Villa's, like, Villa didn't really have many chances in the first half, and this was their next chance. I do a stupid pass here, because those sort of passes don't work this year. They get the ball back, good cross into the middle, and luckily Cook with some good defensive play there to head it behind. I thought it was an own goal for first sight even. From the corner they whip it in, it's easy in the end. Bellerin, who actually played a really good game for me, easily clears. I tried to counter that with Wilson, but they tackle me. Then they make it 2-0 here. Atsu gets the ball, passes it to Sermon, and he smashes it with his left foot into the back of the net. I thought the keeper should save this after you'll see the replays now. I think the ball just goes right over him, and he just falls back out the way. As you can see here, it was good passing. Atsu does a good pass here. Sermon does a good run, and it's just basically at Guzan. He should save it really. But I'm 2-0, and I'll take that. Just on the stroke of half time as well. So we head into the second half now, going to 2-0. Got Mings who gets tackled there. I get the ball back with Goodell. Find Bellerin, hit it outside the box off his left foot, hits the crossbar. I thought he was in for a second, then they get a free kick for some reason. I honestly thought Bellerin had scored that then off his left foot. I would have been so happy if it got in. Debut goal there. And then after that, Villa started to really do amazingly in the second half. Like, they had more chances, but I was able to clear it easily with this down there. And then I passed it forward to Wilson. Wilson, using his pace, just blitzed forward, past the defence, passes it to Sermon, cuts back in, tries to lay it off to Atsu to shoot, and Lesko was in the right place to block it and deflect it behind for a corner. So from the resulting corner, I whip it in with Richie. Sermon tries to get on there. I thought that should have been a penalty. He got sent flying by Richards. We get a throw in from it. Literally, I must be like 3 crosses in here. And then I get it in this time. I get it this second time with Richie. Guzan tips it away over the bar just behind for a corner. And then Richie whips it in again for a corner on this side. And it's a poor corner. And then Arta gets it. I shoot. It's a weird shot. It's blocked by Richards. And then for some reason the defender just decides to clear out, play for throw when he could probably just got it down the line. So from the throw in, I throw it to Richie, cuts back, good cross into the middle, and Arta jumps so high. A brilliant header past Guzan, beats him his near post. And it was just a superb header. It was a great cross by Richie, actually. But I was literally dominating them for like a minute and a half there. Finally get the goal. Just leaped so high in the air. Don't think Guzan would have ever got that. And I was 3-0 up, which I thought was pretty good in my first game. So then after that, Gradel runs into the box, and then Lescott just thinks he can snap my legs and get away with it. Obviously not. And then the referee gives him a yellow card. It was a clear pen for me. Like, you should see that in the replay. Gradel was doing really good down the left, actually. Richie and Gradel were good down the wing for me. As you can see there, he's just snapped him. He hasn't got any of the ball, so who else is going to take it but Callum Wilson? Well, I was going to probably take it with him. I was just trying to see if there was anyone higher penalties, but of course I took it with Wilson in the end, and smashes it to the left. Keeper stays in the middle. 4-0, and it's basically just over now, isn't it? Really? 65 minutes gone. Wilson's on a brace. And I was just dominating, really. Villa, like, you saw the only chances that Villa really had. They didn't really do anything with them. It's not like they really deserved a goal. And then after that, I decided to make some changes. I took Arta off at OK, and I was going to put Atsu out on the wing for Gradel. But then I saw Gradel had more stamina than Atsu, so I decided to take Atsu off and bring Pereira on for his debut. Then Villa got a chance. Sinclair cuts inside, and then I tackle him, and then I get tackled by Sanchez here because I just couldn't get the ball at my feet. Deflect, this time good to deflect the shot just onto the top of the net. And then my subs are made, obviously, and then they get the corner, and sadly they scored from this. It was a good corner actually by Vitu or something like that, and Richard just heads it in. As you see in the replay now. This is why I think I need a goalkeeper like Forster. This is why I hope he signs, because Boric, I don't know what he was doing here. Like, he just comes miles off his line to try and punch it, doesn't get anywhere near the ball. And I was just annoyed with that, because I was like, what are you doing, Boric? Like, if he just stayed on this line, he could have saved that. He never got anywhere near it. So I lost my clean sheet. I was a bit annoyed about that, but it was fine in the end. So then Pereira on the ball. Passes inside to Gradel, pulls it back for Wilson for the hat-trick. Just over. Should have put it in, really. First time on his weak foot. Just didn't get the placement. After that, I decided to make my final change even. And I was thinking of taking Sermon off, but I didn't have another centre mid, so I could have played Pereira there, but I prefer playing Pereira Cam, so I ended up bringing King on for his debut and placing Richie, even though. So Richie went off. He had played a brilliant game for me. I think Richie's a quality right mid in real life and in this game. And sadly, I just don't know what happened. I told you about aerial threats, and then this IU with a great header from a great cross swept in to make it 4-2. I actually thought it was a good header from IU. Well, I think it still was, but I didn't think my keeper could do anything until I saw this replay now. And this is why I don't want to play Boric, because it's a good cross, it's a good header, but the header's like really at Boric, he just falls back. As you see now, he just jumps up in the air. Like, I don't know what he's doing. But after that, there's like 90th minute now. This is really the last chance of the game. They get the ball, I tries to cross it, I block it, they get a corner from it. And I was hoping, no, don't make it 4-3. I wanted to at least get a 2-goal difference added. And then from the corner, I was Boric easily able to catch it. And then I was really just trying to time waste. And then the referee blew final whistle. I win 4-2. Good start. Even though I can see there's 2 sloppy goals, I'm just so glad I got a win from our opening game. Get those 2 goals added to my goal difference. Well, everyone played pretty well besides Boric, obviously. Even though Distan, even he's 36, he's still playing good. And also finally got forced to 6 million. Finally got him at the club. So I finally had a new goalkeeper. So after that I brought him in, and then I wasn't sure who I wanted on the bench, Federici or Boric. But Federici was younger, so his overall probably wouldn't go down as quickly. Plus Boric after that game, I didn't really want to have him on my bench. I would have preferred Federici. And after that, I decided to do some play drills, doing the best ones, like the gold ones, to get it set up quickly. So I did Wilson again. I think I did everyone the same. I think so, yeah, because I did Atsu Wilson, doing the gold ones. And then I did Pereira instead of Sermon this time, just because he's younger, so I just wanted to try and improve him quickly. I did Cook again, just like last time, hoping to do good as he did last time. And then my final one, I did Bellerin this time instead of Miggs. And I think they all did pretty well. I can't remember though. All of them did pretty well besides Pereira actually. They got CC, B and a C. Then after that, just before this Liverpool game, I got a bid from Bolton of 950k for Pew. I counted off in his value of 1.1. I was never going to use him. And then the last thing of the episode is I put you out to Chesterfield on a 1-year loan. And the next episode, guys, will hopefully be up the next few days will be against Liverpool. Until then, I'll see you guys.